Tonight on Hip on the Spot News. The next update for DCS World is this month. We got some nice pictures from the top of Australia.
The MIG-23 is still on the horizon thanks to Razbam.
And the team at AviaStorm are busy with a tornado. This and more on How I Play. This video is sponsored by Fox3 Managed Solutions. Hello virtual pilots, I'm Andre Celesti, and tonight we are going to talk about the latest news in DCS world. So the show continues with more news from your favorite military flight sim platform out there. After the previous show, where we talked about the F4E Phantom and all the info we got from the interview with the CEO of Hitler in the Air Combat Sim podcast, if you missed it, make sure to check out some juicy info dump. It should show on the right side of the screen right now. Okay, all is good, but it seems that Razbam is cooking something as well. They got a short post with their latest updates from the devs working on the mighty MiG-23, also known as the Flogger. They informed us that the external module is 90% complete. Work still remains to be done on the final elements of the visual damage model and the liveries. The internal module in the cockpit is around 70% complete, with about 95 of the required animations and textures for coding process already been made. They do mention that the cockpit is currently using simple textures, while the more detailed and realistic ones are work in progress that will be shown once they get in a more advanced state. Also, the module manual draft is in an advanced state and will be finished very soon. Meanwhile, aircraft system modeling and cockpit interactivity is in full swing for some time now. Initial testing of the aircraft in-game has already started. Nice! So it's nice to hear from Razbam on their current status of this module. Hopefully not too long until we can see their work in a few shots, maybe even a video. As always, we will follow the news wherever it takes us. So make sure you subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out. And from Razbam to AviaStorm, we got more news on the highly anticipated DCS Tornado. It seems that the module is undergoing meticulous attention to detail in order to ensure an immersive and quality product. I am happy to see that 5 3D artists are currently working on the project. Also, the developer had the opportunity to examine many small details of the aircraft for the level of detail that DCS demands. Such details may not initially stand out or even be noticed by most users, but they are crucial in the context of creating a masterpiece that is the Tornado. An example includes the emergency ram air flap and 2 cooling flaps. So this is all we got from AviaStorm, at least for the time being, with their current status of the Tornado. Moving on, in our previous video from last week, we mentioned some new aspects and changes coming to DCS World. Well, ED shares with us more info about that, as their ongoing commitment is to provide a seamless and unified experience to all users. They will be moving away from the traditional stable and open beta builds. Starting with the upcoming release, DCS will transition to a single unified version. This move aims to streamline the update process, reduce fragmentation, and ensure that all pilots have access to the latest features and improvements simultaneously. This unified approach will not only simplify the user experience, but also allow for more efficient development cycles, fostering a more cohesive and connected community. So to make it clear for everyone, as we know, for the past several years we have been using DCS in 2 forms. The open beta, which includes the most recent changes to allow broad testing, and the stable version, which is based on the most recent open beta but has no known crashes. Wink wink. Thus the term stable.
But wait. Does that mean that from now we will get crashes, bugs, issues, and no more cozy stable for us?
No, Petrovich, we shouldn't expect more crashes and things to get worse than before. This is just an effort to help avoid version confusion for both single-player missions and multiplayer servers.
Okay, if you say so.
So starting with ED's first update of the year in February, good to know that the next update is this month.
Oh, yes. Can I say, give Phantom, please?
Petrovich, just a little patience, please. They will also be making some changes to the DCS Steam edition, but for that side, well, we need to stay tuned for more details. So most of you already know that our new sponsor is PIMAX. With their flagship product, the PIMAX Crystal VR headset, they made a good impression at this year's CES in Las Vegas. Especially with their foveated rendering technique, which uses an eye tracker integrated with a virtual reality headset to reduce the rendering workload by greatly reducing the image quality in the peripheral vision and focusing on where your eyes are actually watching. We will soon get our hands on this headset and find out firsthand how this technology works, especially in DCS world. It seems that a free upgrade event for the Crystal model is still active. If you buy the headset using our hipgamestv code, you not only get our discount, but you can add the special code FREEDMAS and you will automatically receive the $99 DMS headphones at no additional cost. So you can now enhance your Crystal headset with this valuable addition while the supplies are lasting. Link is in the video description. In other news, the Honeycomb situation was updated last week by the founder of the company. For those of you not knowing, Honeycomb has been facing some internal problems with orders and financials. I won't go in too much detail here, but if you are one of the affected customers, you may want to check out the official post from Honeycomb. I linked everything in the video description. It saddens me to see this type of problems, and I hope things will get better for everyone one way or another. Meanwhile, we got a Check 6 Simulation's small report on their current work with the top end of AustraliaMap, accompanied by some nice screenshots. And no, there is no formal release date, not yet. I think we need to give them a bit more time until that will be possible. The area of the map they are developing was chosen with great consideration as it allows for unrestricted air, land and sea ops for the DCS community. They don't have any plans at the moment to expand this map into other regions due to the magnitude of the area that would be covered. Well, what can I say? The screens look good and we cannot wait for more details from the developer once they got more material to showcase. And last but not the least, the Grinelli Designs team shared with us another look in the cockpit of the Super Sabre. Well, it does look like the scanning process was done very good. Nice! And that's it for today. Thank you all for watching. Many thanks to our patrons for their continuous support. A fast reminder, we just updated our Hip Games Dynamic Server mission and the current tests are for the limited strike missions and the new menu system that was implemented. Many thanks to Tobias from the TGFB server and Sergeant Dev Rupesh, our community manager. More information will be shared soon on our Patreon page and of course our Discord. Remember to check our sponsors VR Rock for your VR blue light protection and prescription lenses, Fox3 Managed Solutions for the best DCS servers out there, and PIMAX for the most quality VR headsets on the market. And subscribe to keep in touch with all the latest news on your favorite simulators and games. I am Andrei Celesti, reminding you to fly safe, and I'll see you next time.